I really need to see what's going on in the world, especially what's happened since that last big hurricane. Maybe I'll just watch a little bit.
Scary moments for many Houston Bank of America customers earlier today. The company confirmed a glitch caused a massive outage in many accounts.
Breaking news, let's get right to it.
Yeah, good morning, George. Maggie Smith was a star for 6 decades. She was an actress.
Now, attention all Verizon users, if you're having problems with your cell phone service.
North Carolina is cleaning up from the worst flooding ever on record.
Tonight, Bank of America says the widespread outage
struck tonight in the ever-spiraling cycle of violence in the Middle East.
Hundreds more are missing, and roughly 2.1 million customers are without power across the region.
Nope. Never mind. Bad idea. Too much. You know what? I'm just going to read. It's nice, quiet, relaxing. You can always count on a book for a cozy distraction. Hey, good morning, guys. How is everybody doing this frightful October month? So I just want to thank everybody that watched my last video. If you missed it, last week I published a video that had been sitting on my heart for a long time, and it helped validate some of the things that I've learned in such a short amount of time. No joke, we're living in unprecedented times right now. So if you're feeling weird, or if your sense of time is kind of wonky right now, welcome to the club. I think the best thing that we can do during this time is not give in to fear like the external world wants us to. And instead, we've got to forge our way through love and joy and happiness. Because of the strong response I received from my last video, I think this one, I'm going to take you behind the scenes and just show you a very candid look at what my day-to-day life is like as a work-from-home aesthetic brand designer. Just in this past week alone, I've really started garnering more attention online, and I've started working with more and more clients, and that's wonderful. That's the dream come true. And with that being said, I am also very busy. So when they say when you're going to go into business for yourself, you're going to work harder than any other job you've ever had, it's true. But what they don't tell you is that a lot of what you do, if you're doing it for the right reasons, it doesn't feel like work. It's a wonderful flow and cadence throughout your day. As your own business owner, you are allowed to operate in a way that best serves you. Yes, you have to be disciplined. Yes, you have to have tight deadlines. But we are such creatures of habit. We love systematizing things. We love a sequence. Think about all of the content that we consume. We love the beginning, the middle, and the end, where we have a concrete resolution. Going into business for yourself is very similar. So today I've got quite the honey to-do list. I've got some product photography that I need to do. I also have a layout grid for a client who is a herbalist practitioner in New Zealand. I'm working on a marketing roadmap for a local spa practitioner. But anyways, I thought I would bring you behind the scenes today while I tackle quite a few projects. This is very typical day in the life for me. I operate mostly out of my apartment. It's been a while since I've ventured out to a coffee shop or some of my favorite places to stake out and work out of. This is just easier. I get to spend time with my kitty Amelie. I've got my coffee pot right here. All the things that I need to take breaks and work on my well-being. But we will go for a walk. I agree with Dan Coe that anytime that you're stuck or you're overwhelmed or tired, go for a walk. Go for a walk or take a nap. Those are two pieces of critically sage advice for anyone that is wanting to do business for themselves holistically and sustainably. So we're going to go for a walk today, and you're going to see a snapshot of the chaos that I conduct on a day-to-day basis. So I'm curious to see what you all think about that. Anyways, hi, my name is Jordan and I am a aesthetic brand designer. And if you're new to this channel, we talk about all things aesthetic. I bring you behind the scenes of some of my really fun client projects, as well as show some tips and tricks to help any other designers make their workflow more seamless. But we're also going to branch into territory where we talk about this new developing mode of marketing, this new evolution of how to conduct business online. But anyways, without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's knock out some projects today. Come on, it'll be fun. But first, we need to go from loungewear to workwear. Nice. Amelie and I like to start our day with a power breakfast. So I'm going to assemble a little bite to eat for myself and for Amelie. Okay, Pee-Pee. Okay, so I always like to start my day with a detailed to-do list. This just helps me prioritize and just kind of dump all of the miscellaneous things that I kind of need to just touch on or review or begin. And then whatever I don't complete today, I just roll over those action items to the next day. This is something that I picked up working in corporate marketing, and it just really helps me to organize my day. So already I've got listed here that I'm going to work on that layout grid for the herbalist in New Zealand. I also have some product photography and photo editing I need to complete for my family business, Cat Creek Farm. And then I'm also going to do some research and submit some inquiries for window decals for a local winter festival that we're going to have here in Oklahoma. A couple of other just cozy admin things. I need to recheck out some library books, pay some bills, start doing some research on a marketing roadmap for a medical spa practitioner, and as well as make sure that I'm shooting key scenes for this video as well. It's a little bit of everything today. It's going to be fun. Here's a time lapse of me busting out emails, responding to inquiries, getting started on that layout grid, with the occasional break to see Amelie. So I just recently got my library card, and I've always had one, but for whatever reason with the pandemic, I'm only just now able to acquire one in my new community. But I love it because very often, all the BookTok girlies give their recommendations online, and they make the book sound so delicious that a couple of times I've just gone to Barnes & Noble or a bookstore and just procured the said books, only to find out that the characters lack depth, the plot doesn't make any sense, doesn't really resonate with the material that I tend to gravitate towards. So getting a library card and checking them out as opposed to just buying them sight unseen, essentially, is a really good way to sample the book. And if it does resonate with you, then if it's something that you see yourself reading over and over and over again, then you can acquire a copy for your personal library. So I recently checked out, this was a BookTok recommendation, and I'm already oh my gosh, like towards the very end of this particular book, and it is wonderful. I mean, it has everything. It's very strange how topical the political intrigue, the con artists, the corruption, all of the vanity. It has magic, it has masked balls and masquerades. But as I'm reading this book and listening to everything that's going on in the world right now, I mean, I feel like this book is like a prophecy. It is so good. The characters are extremely well written. They all have very, very, very good, strong motivations. And there's not one aspect of this book that feels like a lazy plot device or playing into archetypes. So if you like a very strong female lead, this is the book for you. And it's the first of a trilogy. So highly recommend it. This is delicious. I also checked out just a couple that I just saw on the shelves themselves. I haven't heard a whole lot about them, but I checked out Masters of Death, and I don't know anything about it other than it's a realtor that takes on a haunted house that's being ghosted, and she has to hire a exorcist, and it's got a lot of like supernatural elements to it. I don't know, just knowing what I know about real estate, I thought the premise was really cute. How many realtors do we know have been saddled with a haunted house that they have to try to sell? So I'll let you know. I'll let you know if this one's good. And then the other one, I mean, I know what they say, don't judge a book by its cover, but I totally picked this one because of its beautiful cover art. This is To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods by Molly Chang. And to me, it kind of has notes of like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Again, more political intrigue. I have a soft spot for that. When all of the characters are very clever and they're having to navigate a system of corruption or oppression. I love a good underdog story. So I'm hoping that this one pans out the way I hope it will. But yeah, PSA, go support your local library and load yourself up on books to get cozy this month. I know I am. So yesterday, I had someone purchase my herbalist bundle off my Etsy shop, and this bundle is very near and dear to my heart. My mother is an herbalist, and my younger sister is a naturopathic doctor. This bundle was very much a selfish project of mine, but here recently it started to gain some traction, and this client purchased it and asked if I could even help her. She loves the layout that I have in my promo images. And so what I'm doing, and again, this is a really wonderful way to do research and development. You have to listen to your clients. What is it that they're needing? Pay attention to opportunities or ways to make your product more valuable to them. This idea of providing a step-by-step layout posting guide that will include copywriting and already researched hashtags and keywords, that is going to enable any business owner that's getting ready to launch or cover their marketing needs with that much less effort on their side. Digital products are a great way for anybody to really do their marketing on social media platforms online justice without needing to have intimate knowledge about Canva, design software, copywriting. Generally, you can find someone that's already done the legwork for you, and then you can start infusing those templates with your own branding, your own messaging, your own business brand needs. Anyways, yes, I am going to create this layout for her. We're going to do it for 90 days. So essentially, she could schedule out all of her content for the next 3 months and be able to focus on other areas of her practice, knowing that she's getting engagement and traction online. So some of you might be curious how labor intensive it is to manage a digital product store on Etsy. And it really boils down to what you're offering. I mean, digital products can come in a wide variety of forms. You can have everything from a digital planner to Excel spreadsheets, to SVG files where you're selling just essentially graphic files for end uses, to social media bundles like what I'm doing. And so far, for the most part, I try to imbue all of my products with as much help and resources for the client as possible. I always assume that they've never operated in Canva before, so all of my bundles are fully compatible with a free version of Canva, so that lowers the risk for them. They don't have to pay $14 for a subscription, only to find out that it's not really what they want to do or spend time on. So if your digital products are accessible through a free Canva account, that's a bonus. I also always provide a Canva Basics editing guide, so anybody that's brand new to the platform can figure out the bare essentials of how to tailor or customize their templates. But also, I am on call essentially to answer any questions, troubleshoot anything. So there is a customer service component to this for sure. And the more you add to your products, the less you will have to do that. But it's always good to have like a frequently asked question section. It's always good to pay close attention to why your customers are reaching out to you. So if they're needing more assets, or they can help you fill the gap for your products. And when you add additional value, that warrants being able to compete with your competitors online, but also it allows you to ask for more per purchase. Yeah, I would say at this stage, I've got 19 products in my shop. 3 of those are custom branding projects, mind you. But right now I would say that my customer service interplay, it's about maybe 20% of my day, but I can knock it out in an hour. Sometimes it takes me an entire day to facilitate things. But if you're interested, please consider following, liking, and subscribing. I'd really like to delve into this more. All right, this is the point in the day where I do need my reading glasses. How you like? Pretty fashionable, huh? It gives like snarky librarian, or that graduate student that doesn't want to talk to anybody and she's in the back corner in the office working on her thesis, right? Right? Just gives me a really strong, like a unibrow. It just obscures my eyebrows. Yeah. There's this Jordan, which is the huge, and then Jordan without her glasses. What do you think? Is it like Superman? Does it change my persona? All right, enough procrastinating. Keep going. This is the point where I get really deeply involved in the copywriting for that layout guide. And yeah, I thought it was going to take me maybe an hour tops. Try 4. So when you purchase a template bundle from me, especially this one in particular, the Herbalist, this is what you gain access to in Canva. So all of these are pre-made templates, and I have them organized here in a prospective layout grid. And this bundle includes 60 unique templates. And I always try to include carousels or templates that you can replicate for longer form content. But my client has asked for me to replicate the layout sequence that I have here in my promo images. So she really likes this flow here, 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 and see how this kind of gives you an idea of how it would look on your Instagram feed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replicate this sequence for her. And we're going to create a posting schedule. So for each one sheet, she can have a bird's eye view of what to post for week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 for a complete month of content. And I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots so that she could realistically post content once a day, every day for the next 90 days. So I've got month 1, month 2, and month 3. Okay, so here is the 90-day posting schedule that I created for my client. So what's going to be helpful for her is I've broken it down by week, and she'll have a piece of content per day. And so what I have is the graphic template itself. And then I have day one, what the hook is, the body, a call to action, and then all of the relevant hashtags that would help her reach a broader audience. So good Instagram practice is anywhere from 5 to 10 hashtags. I think if you start adding too many, it causes the algorithm to get confused. So I've just kept it at a cap of 10 hashtags per content. And this will be helpful because she can just copy and paste. She can plan all of her content, and she could probably sit down and knock it out in a fraction of the time it took me to write all of this. But I would imagine maybe an hour, 2 hours maximum, if she just wanted to do all 90 days in one sitting. So definitely a helpful tool and something that I might incorporate for future clients. Okay, so here is the 90-day posting schedule that I created for my client. So what's going to be helpful for... Well, it is 7:33, and I just finished that layout grid for my client New Zealand, and took way longer than I thought it would. Now, granted, I did custom write all of her captions, her hooks, all of her relevant hashtags, so that she'll be able to post a piece of content every day for the next 3 months, and she'll be able to copy and paste directly into her social media platform. So I think this is going to be a huge boon for all of my other digital products. Thinking back on it, when I was first starting my business, or even just working as an in-house marketer, something of this scope that would not only supply a cohesive template bundle, but also all of the content writing, oh my God, it would save me so much time. So I'm definitely going to add that to my ticket of business development items that I'll work on when I have free time. Let's get a bite to eat. And we did not go for our walk, but that is okay. That's typically what happens in the design mode, but we'll just keep kicking it. Tonight I'm going to have leftover deconstructed fried rice with some green onion, and I'm going to fry up an egg with a whisper of soy sauce, mirin, and sesame oil. This is kind of like my hyperfixation meal right now. It's delish. Okay, gang, I've had dinner. I've had my little mocktail. I'm just having a little nightcap of some chamomile tea, and I think I'm going to call it a day. Hopefully you found this interesting. When you are a digital-based designer, most of your day is spent on a screen. I mean, that's just the nature of reality with this vocation. But hopefully it shows a little bit of the personality and the work ethic that goes into some of these digital products. One of the challenging things I face, even with 12 years of experience at this point, is that your clients are all going to come to you at varying stages of knowledge, whether they're highly informed and they've worked with a marketer before, to somebody that's a novice, has no idea. They equate design to something as instant as a sketch on a piece of paper. And I'm not pointing out or shaming anybody for that. I am very ignorant to a lot of vocations myself and have no idea what goes into things. At the very least, I would like to advocate for transparency and hope that designers and marketers that are producing valuable assets for businesses and professionals, I hope that they get the recognition and the appreciation that they deserve, because a whole lot of heart goes into these projects. And I am very fortunate that the work I'm producing is starting to help me align with like-minded clients who themselves are bootstrapping businesswomen that are getting ready to launch and make their dream a reality. So I can't wait to take on more and more of these clients and bring you along for the ride. Next week, I intend to release a really fun template bundle that I just published on my Etsy shop, and it has everything. So that's going to be really fun to share with you all. But anyways, if you like this type of content, please let me know. Do you like the kind of vlog format? Do you like the Cozy Design Corner chat? Do you like seeing the behind the scenes? I'd be really curious to know what you all think. Again, if you are in the market and you need digital products, I feature all of my template bundles on my Etsy shop, and they're ready to go, done for you content to help you spruce up your content on social media. And if you would like and subscribe to this channel, oh my God, that would just mean so much to me. I really appreciate everybody that has followed my work up until this point, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. But anyways, I'm going to call it a night, go to bed, and start again tomorrow morning. But you all have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you in my next video.